guy is shut down. Putting on a clinic.
An absolutely beautiful day in Chicago. One city, but a tale of two very different teams. 9 miles down the Chicago River. That's all that separates Guaranteed Rate Field, home of the White Sox, from Wrigley Field, home of the Cubs. So the Cubs with a quick commuter trip today, but it is a very big series for them. Welcome to the MLB Network Showcase presented by Chevrolet. And for the Cubs, this young team, it's a chance, despite the numbers, for these individual pieces to prove they have a spot in the 2022 roster. Meanwhile, for Tony La Russa's White Sox, 115 consecutive days at the top of the leaderboard, and it's their best start to a season since 2006. But both managers have said they play every single team exactly the same. It doesn't matter what their record is, so it could be an interesting one tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Melanie Newman alongside Cornell Hall of Famer Elise Miniker. And guys, it's going to be an interesting matchup. It's one of the most classic rivalries in baseball. But what in particular is going to ignite this crosstown rivalry?
Yeah, the Crosstown Classic is exactly what you call it. And it's going to be, quite frankly, where both of these teams are at. You said it. I mean, the Cubs are in a very different spot. They're trying to prove each player every single day that they not just deserve to be in this lineup, but that they deserve to be in it moving forward in years to come. For the White Sox, they want to prove that this push towards the postseason, they are the real deal, and that they're the real deal when it comes to World Series. You don't want to get ahead of yourself, but they sure have all the pieces to do that.
And one of the ones that they are looking to click right now, Dallas Keuchel. Take a look at the starting matchup for you here as the Cy Young World Series winner, Dallas Keuchel, coming off of his best season in 2020. He's been trying to find his way. They're 1-5 in his last 6 starts, facing off with the rookie, Keegan Thompson, who was extending himself in AAA Iowa just a couple weeks ago before his last start against Kansas City.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Keuchel trying to find his way, and really what's going to do it is keeping that ball low in the zone. He's given up 22 home runs this season compared to, say, I know a shortened season last year, but just 2 long balls last year. And Thompson, you said it, getting stretched out, a little nervous, rocky in that first start of his, but I expect him to be better this time around.
Well, it's going to be a really big lineup tonight for Keegan Thompson to face, and it only keeps getting better for the White Sox as they have activated more players. They're still looking to get back to their full health, but a big guy for the Cubs. It's his birthday today. Look for some birthday bombs. Patrick Wisdom, an absolute surprise for the Cubs this year. He has been lighting things up, but we mentioned it gets tougher for the White Sox because they have Jose Abreu, 27th home run at Rogers Center. It helped take a very tough win from the Toronto Blue Jays, who have just simply not given up a loss at home this year. Now they get to be back home, but you go side by side here for these two. Patrick Wisdom, a few less games, but again, Elise, somebody who could easily come on the heels of some big guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you said happy birthday to Patrick Wisdom, 30 years old, and he'll be getting NL Rookie of the Year vote. So pretty remarkable in what he's done now that he's getting some consistent reps. And how about Jose Abreu? I mean, I call him really the glue or the juice of this lineup. I mean, 1 through 4, really, what powerful bats. When I say Keegan Thompson, he's going to look better today. He's quite frankly going to have to look better, Melanie.
I'll take a look at some of these features on Jose Abreu's StatCast, presented by Google Cloud. Most hard-hit balls. Abreu has 500. This is somebody who Tony La Russa said is very special to the clubhouse, and he also added RBI are really difficult to be able to connect to. You have to be a very intelligent hitter when it comes to your patience at the plate and everything that you're reading. So Jose Abreu, as you said, the glue, the juice.
The RBI machine. How about that, too?
That's a big one, especially this year when you're have all of that focus on launch angle and everything that goes into that. But, you know, again, Thompson and Ross have had a very good relationship with each other. It seems that the skipper for the Cubs has been very open about what he expects from this team and keeping the pressure off of them as to where the team is in the big picture of things. He's giving it that individual focus.
I mean, absolutely, and especially in talking to him before the game, too, the small sample size from Thompson. So you don't want to judge him on just that one start when he knows there could be nerves. He even was saying, like I mentioned, he doesn't know how much sleep he even got before that first start. So you have to just put all that into account. And he's just really every day, he has said it, evaluating each player, because that's right now what it's about with this Cubs lineup.
Well, we've got Alana Rizzo on the sidelines, and she got a chance to dig into this relationship between David Ross and Tony La Russa. Alana.
All right, Melanie, thanks very much. If you take a look at the active roster for the Chicago Cubs, there are only 3 remaining players currently on it that were members of that 2016 World Series club. You have Kyle Hendricks, Wilson Contreras, and Jason Hayward. Now, if you look at their manager, David Ross, the 44-year-old, you can bump that number up to 4. But if you think about it, David Ross was just 2 years old when White Sox manager Tony La Russa made his managerial debut with the White Sox the first time back in 1979. And if you look at the managerial comparisons between these two skippers, well, I tell you, they are about as opposite as the standings and the records for these two Chicago teams. David Ross, 190 games, 2 seasons managed. You can look at La Russa. In fact, he's second all-time behind Connie Mack in terms of seasons and games managed. So David Ross is 44 years of age. Tony La Russa was born in 1944. Talking to both of these managers earlier today, they have a tremendous amount of respect for one another. Tony La Russa says typically catchers make the best managers. And of course, David Ross has nothing but the utmost respect for Tony La Russa, certainly a Hall of Famer. Guys.
Thanks, Alana. It is going to be an interesting one for sure as we kick off that Crosstown Classic, Cubs and White Sox. When we come back, lineups and first pitch.